Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer begins by highlighting the successful integration of this mobile internet device with a T-Mobile home internet SIM card. Our reviewer emphasizes that this setup isn't entirely plug-and-play, requiring some technical configuration research since it's not officially supported by the carrier. This initial hurdle, however, is overshadowed by the device's superior performance. This client notes that, despite only using LTE, they experience significantly faster speeds than previously achieved with a 5G connection, attributing this to the ability to select less congested bands. This capability is particularly beneficial in their location, near a heavily trafficked area where other devices tend to connect to a nearby, overloaded tower. The device's band locking feature allows for the selection of less crowded bands on different towers, resulting in a substantial speed increase from approximately 20 Mbps to over 100 Mbps. The positive aspects of this mobile internet device are numerous. This client praises the exceptional performance, versatile configuration options, including advanced AT command support and IMEI modification, and built-in VPN capabilities. While the onboard chipset is relatively low-end, potentially limiting in-router VPN performance, this client recommends using a device-based VPN for optimal results. The device's 4x4 MIMO support, coupled with detachable LTE antennas via standard SMA ports, further enhances its functionality and flexibility. Our reviewer found it particularly useful in their RV installation, paired with a high-gain external antenna, resulting in a robust connection. The 12V power requirement is convenient for RV integration, easily adaptable to the vehicle's power system with minimal effort. The dual SIM slots, allowing automatic failover between providers based on configured data limits or manual selection, add significant versatility, particularly valuable in mobile applications. Finally, the presence of a power button, a selectable WAN LAN port, and a wide usable temperature range, which proved beneficial in the high temperatures experienced inside the RV, make the product extremely well suited to use in such a setting. However, this client also points out some areas for potential improvement. The 2x2 Wi-Fi support, while not affecting LTE speeds, might limit Wi-Fi performance, particularly in environments with high levels of interference. Although the LTE antennas are detachable, the internal Wi-Fi antennas are not, although this client was easily able to work around this. The relatively large case size compared to the small internal board leads to wasted space, a concern highlighted by this client's RV installation. While wall-mountable, this client considered the device bulky and suggested that a smaller form factor would be preferable. Lastly, the absence of USB ports is noted as a drawback, though not a significant one, as it would provide additional versatility and power options. In conclusion, while not without minor shortcomings, this client considers this mobile internet device an excellent solution, especially for RV use. Its superior performance, adaptability, and robust features outweigh the few minor drawbacks, making it an effective and versatile mobile internet option. The reviewer's positive experience with this unit indicates that this is a well-designed device that delivers strong performance and offers substantial value for the money, particularly for users needing a mobile internet solution for a demanding or unusual environment.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer begins by highlighting the remarkable stability of this 4G LTE router. Our reviewer had previously experienced significant frustration with other comparable devices from a well-known competitor, citing multiple disconnections throughout the day as a persistent issue across 3 different models. This made daily use incredibly disruptive. In stark contrast, this client reports an exceptional level of reliability with this particular router, experiencing no service interruptions whatsoever over an extended period. This positive experience led this client to express regret at not purchasing this device sooner. While our reviewer does not utilize the built-in Wi-Fi functionality, instead opting to integrate the device into an existing mesh network, they note that the Wi-Fi appears to function normally based on their observations. The router's administrative interface is described as functional, although requiring some exploration to fully understand its features. However, this client specifically praises the device's band locking capabilities, suggesting users test different bands to optimize speed and then disable slower or congested ones. The inclusion of an automatic restart timer is also lauded as a helpful feature for maintaining optimal performance. One area identified for improvement involves the router's carrier aggregation, CA. This client observed unpredictable behavior with CA, sometimes achieving significantly higher speeds but frequently operating at lower speeds. While still considered acceptable, the inconsistency in CA functionality prompted a slight reduction in the initial rating. The lack of a manual switch to force CA activation was also noted as a potential drawback. However, this concern seemed to lessen over time. In a later update, our reviewer reported continued satisfaction, noting that the built-in Wi-Fi, while not exceptional in range, provided adequate coverage for most of their home. They experienced some challenges with Wi-Fi reach in the basement when the router was located upstairs, but this was easily mitigated by using third-party Wi-Fi extenders. Further, they discovered that the seemingly unpredictable carrier aggregation seemed to become less of an issue after disabling the slower bands. This client also mentioned testing the mesh capability with a compatible extender from the same manufacturer, reporting a straightforward and successful setup. In a final update, the initial concerns regarding carrier aggregation were largely dismissed. This client discovered that the device's CA feature dynamically adjusts based on network demands, activating when necessary rather than remaining constantly engaged. While the inability to manually prioritize specific bands remains, this client ultimately upgraded their rating to 5 stars, citing overall exceptional satisfaction and recommending the router highly. The mesh functionality, coupled with the reliable 4G connectivity, proved to be a transformative upgrade from the previous frustrating experiences.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer found this 4G LTE router to be a significant upgrade compared to other options, particularly noting superior performance against a competitor's home internet gateway. Our reviewer highlighted the noticeably faster speeds experienced with this device. However, this client also stressed the importance of thorough research before purchasing. Specifically, this client warned that compatibility with various cellular data plans is not guaranteed, and using a SIM card not authorized by a provider could lead to service interruption. The days of universal SIM card compatibility are largely over, and providers are increasingly vigilant about detecting unauthorized devices used with unlimited data plans. This router's versatility and extensive settings adjustments, considering its price point, were praised by this client. This reviewer found the ability to extensively customize settings to be a significant advantage. However, our reviewer acknowledged potential drawbacks for those less technically inclined. This client emphasized that setting up and troubleshooting this device might require a higher level of technical expertise than some users are comfortable with. While this client found customer service to be pleasant, they noted the response time might be longer than some users expect, as support originates internationally. This reviewer advised prospective buyers to consider the international location of the support team and to factor in potential response delays. A significant portion of the review focused on the importance of understanding cellular provider limitations and data plan compatibility. This client repeatedly underscored the need for pre-purchase research, suggesting consultations with the cellular provider or researching tech blogs to understand the implications of using a non-authorized device. This reviewer directly warned against expecting immediate support or universal data plan compatibility, emphasizing that research into data plans and provider limitations is a critical step for potential buyers. In a later update, this client detailed an issue with accessing router settings, requiring frequent cache clearing to prevent the router from entering a persistent initializing state. While a reset settings function exists, this client found it didn't fully reset all settings, a point they intended to clarify with customer support. Even with this software issue, our reviewer stated that the speeds achieved with this device were comparable to a more expensive, established competitor's combined router modem setup. The prospect of future performance improvements by adding an external antenna to this router's 4 MIMO antennas is also a point of anticipation for this client. That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.